Hey folks, this is Gene from Regular Guy Mountain Biking. Thanks for tuning in to the Bike Chat Show. Look, you know what? We all picked a sport that we really love. We picked a sport called mountain biking, but sometimes there's a tough part to mountain biking. Sometimes there's injuries. And in this call, we're going to talk about, how you deal with them and how you get through some of the tougher parts of mountain biking. Hey folks, Gene from Regular Guy Mountain Biking, where we talk about all kinds of crazy things that have to do with mountain bikes, and of course, home of the Regular Guy Mountain Biking Bike Chat Show. So, you decided to take a sport called mountain biking that has a lot of excitement, a lot of passion, a lot of love, but it can be dangerous. It can be a dangerous sport, and sometimes there's injuries. And I've got two guys on the call today that have dealt with injuries. It's taken them out of the sport that they love sometimes, and we're just going to talk about, what it takes to mentally get back in the game after you get kind of messed up, and why the hell do we even get back into the game when we sit back and say, oh my God, what happened to me? So on the show today, folks, you know Tony. We've worked with Tony from MTB Dropping a bunch of times. There's my friend, Mr. Tony. And we've got another guest on the show today. You guys already know Alex from SingleTrack Sampler, but this is the first time on the show today. Exactly. And you can see he's in great spirits.
What's up, guys?
We love to see, my friend. Awesome.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you guys.
So everybody, this is how the show originated today. Like I said, everybody knows Tony. Tony, whatever. Yeah, we all love Tony. But everybody knows Alex, too.
That's Tony.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So, Alex, maybe we'll do a little bit of patching later on in the video. So, anyway, but our buddy Alex over here...
Nonsense. You don't get to just cut out your bloopers.
I know. I'll have to leave my bloopers, too. All right. Should I tell them about the Red Bull thing with the wings? No. So, our buddy Alex, the guy's extreme, man. Everybody knows when you watch Alex's videos that he has nothing but passion. He loves the sport. He loves every ounce of the sport, and the man pushes it to the limits. And right, you dealt with a little bit of the other side of mountain biking. Sometimes you found those limits. Yeah, and
sometimes I find that they're like a little bit right before where I ended up.
And
part of the game.
So you got injured, right? We're all going to talk about a little bit of an injury stuff that we've dealt with and how we got through it. But since yours is kind of top of mind with a lot of the folks that are watching this video, I'm going to kind of turn the mic over to you for a minute, Alex, and just say, not everybody knows. So what kind of happened, and what's going on with Alex from SingleTrack Sampler right now?
Okay, so back in the end of last season, I went on a trip to the Ozarks in Northwest Arkansas with Seth and Brian from BKXC and Seth's Bike Hacks. And during that trip, went on a little backcountry adventure with Seth where I made a miscalculation on the trail and ended up dislocating my shoulder. And it's been a long process getting back from it. It's a new injury to me. I've never done it. I've never had a shoulder injury before. I've had plenty of other ones. But it's been quite a slow recovery process, and probably actually one of the longer and more arduous ones. I've torn an ACL before, and that was definitely the longest. But I've been coming back from this for like 5 months now. That it's had me off the bike with plenty of ups and downs, plenty of I think it's going really well and it's not so bad, and then re-injuring it because I went too hard on rehab, or I got back on the road bike, as some people may have seen in Key West, and then fell on it, and it's been a bumpy road. Bumpy road to recovery.
Yeah, when that happened, I was like, no, it didn't. No.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not happened.
I was just happy I didn't get run over by a car, though.
I figured you'd be safe. I'm like, okay, he picked something safe. He's just on a road bike. Good job, Alex. Good. Let's calm down a little bit and just ride on a flat road. What could go wrong? And then all of a sudden we hear, uh-oh. Like, oh, damn it.
No, I hear Seth go, oh, dude.
Hey, that was a pretty sweet bike route right there. Oh, dude! Dude!
Oh, no! And I'm just like that's exactly the way I felt.
Yep. It came out of nowhere. It was just a really chill evening. We were coming, into the last stage of our ride for that day, and it was an absolutely gorgeous sunset, and we were coming up to this bridge. So on a road bike, you have multiple positions where you can have your hands that aren't on the brakes. Only if you're in
Right,
the dropouts
right.
are your hands really like at the brakes.
Mhm.
So I had my hands up on the top, and I was going to turn on my GoPro, and right when I did that, it was just perfect timing. Set
Oh man.
brakes.
Uh-huh.
So I like scrambled to get my hands down to my brakes,
Right.
and
just-
the weight on the back of my bike just like tumped the bike to the left, and instead of smashing into him,
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I'll just like try to gently go down,
Right.
and yeah,
The
That's
perfect
funny.
storm.
I didn't see that part. I did that to my wife one time. I put on the brakes at the mountain bike park in Big Bear, and first time out on a trail, and she just went boom over the bars. That's
Yeah.
hit her shoulder
Ugh.
exactly.
That
yeah, you gotta be
sucks.
careful when like especially when doing the follow cam stuff. You gotta be careful about how close you're riding. Like the
Mhm.
closer you are, the better the footage.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of inherent risk in following someone that close.
Well, record in
Dude.
4K and zoom in next time. All right, there we go.
Oh,
Well,
that's funny. Yeah.
And here's what's
Go ahead.
tough, because Tony, you had to deal with a shoulder injury, or you had hurt yourself not too long ago, and
Separated AC. Yeah.
and here's what's tough. So, if you're just doing the sport, oh, you spilling your coffee? No, don't spill your
Yeah.
coffee. Oh, damn. He's spilling his coffee. Oh my God.
All right, we're good, guys. Sorry about that.
That's cool. The only reason why I thought this was a little bit different than a regular injury type of thing is that a lot of us have a lot on the line right now. Like that one video you did, Alex, when you were talking about it, and actually same thing with you, Tony, because you had a ride set up with Brian from BKXC. Like
That week, dude.
I
That
mean-
weekend, I was like,
it sucks to get hurt. Boom, done. You're out of the game. You can't do the sport you love. But you may or probably can get back to your regular job, which again doubly sucks because the one thing you like to do you can't do, and the one thing you don't want to do, well, you
oh,
can
you're
do.
cutting out, Gene.
Am I cutting out?
There you go. We got you.
Am I back?
Got
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't see. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
All right. Must have had an internet burp over here. What are we supposed to do here, guys, when we're kind of counting on feeling healthy to do our YouTube channels? Like Alex, when you did your video, you could just look in your eyes and say, shit, I mean, like everything's going good. I had this stuff going on. Same thing when I was texting, talking to you, Tony, on the phone. You're like, damn it, Gene, I had this whole thing set up with Brian. It was going to be so freaking cool. I was trying to learn how to manual, and I fell back and totally effed up my back. And I'm like, shit, how am I? Like, we're really trying hard to do these channels. It brings it to a
Yeah.
different level, right, man?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, you hit it.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you just have to have that goal in mind. You have to have you just have to envision it, and you just have to just
Right.
keep going. And you sometimes in those times of being down, you just have to push yourself to try harder.
Right.
Because when you try harder and you can see that you're putting those efforts into it, you're gonna be like, okay, I might not have got this opportunity. This might have failed over here, but if I'm putting the effort in, that's gonna count for something. And you kind of get pumped up by that effort that you're putting into it. That okay, I could still do this. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, and it's good. And it's good. It's good seeing you back now. It's good. And same thing with Alex. I mean, I like seeing the smile again. We got the guy because it's these different people that we connect to. They keep everybody going. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
literally, Alex on a different channel, not different YouTube video. I had one of the guys saying, "Hey, you should do a video with Alex. We want to make sure he's okay. How's my like you got people that like, and that
That's
must mean a lot,
amazing.
right? How good does that feel, dude?
I mean, that's
Right?
so cool. That's like what he's talking about.
Freaking awesome.
For me, I was incredibly lucky, and that was one of the things. Well, first of all, I think you bring up such a good point because a lot of people that watched that video that I made where I was addressing, what's been going on.
It's a tough one.
A lot of people don't understand, a lot of people, not everyone has the insight that you guys have, seeing it come from that side, because I've recovered from plenty of injuries, and
Right.
it's tough, but generally you have the feeling that you can just let it be and let it give it time, and there's no rush. But this is the first time that I've ever felt like I was at such a critical moment that this was not just keeping me off the bike, but keeping me from propelling this, my purpose at the moment from continuing. And it's like, I don't know, it was totally different.
Yeah, I mean, this is your gig. This is your thing,
Yeah,
and you're not doing
exactly.
it you only kind of like it. So you're doing it because you love it, and you're doing it because this is also, you know, how you survive, you know. And now you're like, it was like it had to be a double whammy to just deal with something that you lost, what you can't do for not lost, postponed something that you love to do, but also looking at it as, shit, I got to get back to work. You know?
Exactly. I mean, mountain biking is so many different things to me, and now it's just even more. You know, it's like how I stay fit. Right. It's how I like deal with stress. It's how I get recomposed. You know, it's like how I clear my head. It's how I find adventure. It's like what I find fun. It's how I meet friends a lot of the times. Sure. And now it's also become a way that it's a business for me as well. You know, I make monthly income that I rely on to repair my bike, to put gas in the tank, to fix my car, to pay bills. And then I also have this family, this community that relies on me for entertainment each month. So that's like a whole nother aspect, and you feel like you're letting them down.
My daughter hasn't seen any videos like since you've been down, man. Everybody else cusses through them and all that stuff. So when you put out that one the other day, I was like, yes, you know, honey, come here, and she was all bike.
And you know, that right there, I think is the coolest thing. Is that, you know, in my mind, while I was really refocused or really focused on the recovery and took a couple weeks and I didn't put out any videos, on my mind a lot was my community, my subscribers that were all, you know, that I knew weren't getting any videos, any content.
Right.
And I was really worried about them. But then something really cool happened. I started getting messages and I started getting comments, re-commenting, you know, from people on old videos, asking where I was. And then I put out that video, and the response to it was absolutely insane. I was so worried about everyone leaving, everyone being like, oh, we're done. He's out of the game and moving on. But the reality is that everyone was just wondering where I was. Right. And in the end, my community, the subscribers, were the ones that gave me the motivation and the inspiration to stay with it, to get back at it, like redouble efforts and like lift my head back up. Yeah. And that's freaking amazing.
I mean, I talk about this all the time. I've got like a ridiculous amount of extra work I have to do now to keep this channel going. I just released that idea of let's do the virtual bike check, where I'm going to do a bike check with someone, you know, over the
cool.
And trust me, and everyone, I'm getting like a crap load of emails. I'm like, this is awesome. Wait a minute, I've got like 20 more videos I got to edit, and I haven't even edited the other one. So it's like, but then I'm like, but those people actually reached out and want to do this with me. How can I not do it? You know, I have to, because it's like, they get nothing out of it but just wanting to have fun and talk to people. I have to just say, well, then I'm lucky to even have that many people even want to talk to me. And I think that's a huge takeaway. That so what gets us through this? Honestly, folks, I'll tell you exactly what gets us through this. It's you that gets us through this, because we could easily just sit on our ass, take some freaking Vicodin. Who the hell cares? But all of us want to get better faster, because we miss doing stuff for you. And I think that's really what it comes down to. You know, I mean, this is a passion. I mean, I haven't gotten my Maserati yet, okay? So I'm not making crazy money at all. Like, literally, I barely have enough to pay for the stickers. I don't even give the stickers out for free yet, because I don't bring enough money in to pay for the next batch of stickers.
Stickers are expensive, dude.
Oh, shit. But I'm literally just doing this. I would never have met Tony. I would never have met Alex. I would never have met these people if it wasn't for this. So that's my thing. Why am I doing this? Why do I say it'll be better? We'll get through this. I literally do this because of all the friends I've made on YouTube right now.
Yeah, we love it so much that we want to share it. You know, that's 100% why I'm doing this, is because mountain biking brings me so much that I feel like I've found this like special thing, and I just want to share it with other people that are open to the idea. I'm like, man, this is amazing. Try it. Do it. Your life will be much better.
Yeah, I know. It's just, not for me. It's like, because I've been, I'm hoping to somehow integrate in my channel, because I've been through I can tell you my story in life, and it's just, you know, I have one of those guys. I have crazy crap. You know what I mean? So I guess, you know, I've always been kind of searching for that niche, I guess you can say, that I can express myself as a full person and even help others in, you know, not just with mountain biking even, you know what I mean? Like, not that, but the niche is mountain biking, but getting to know me, getting to know kind of like my struggles, you know, because when I'm on the bike, I kind of like say some
forget
personal
about all the
things.
struggles.
Yeah.
You forget about the struggles. But I mean,
awesome.
like for me, like when I'm on that bike, you know, I like to, sometimes I think about it and I'm, you know, and I'm literally talking about it on the video, and I'm hoping that somebody, you know, gets something from that, you know what I mean? So just to be able to kind of pour into somebody else's life through this niche, you know what I mean? It's just, it's just been really
It's awesome.
kind of a cool thing, man.
No, that's true. Sometimes you'll get comments on videos from the most random thing that you said that someone like heard and related to, and that's pretty cool.
Well, folks,
it's
I got to tell you, it's happy to see everybody healthy again and moving towards that way, right? You know, I mean, it's good to see, you know, Tony's back on his bike. He's doing his reviews. We just saw another video from Alex, and
another one coming out today.
Another one coming out. Sweet. That's great. So his video will be out before this one, so you can go back and watch it again. That's awesome. We'll put links to it. So, folks, there you go. I mean, now you're learning what kind of keeps us driving and how we fight through injuries. It's always curious to know, you know, what makes this tick for you. You don't have to get back on the bike, right? You don't have to. You could put it in the garage. Hell, you could sell it. But you didn't. You got back on the bike and you pushed through it. So what's your drive, okay? What makes you continue to push forward through and just want to get back on that bike? So you know how I'm going to end this, my friends. Keep the party on the pedals. I'm loving this thing. I love that tagline, dude.
I'm jealous, man.
I know you want that. I know you want that, baby. So I know you want that. So Alex, Tony, thanks for jumping on the call for me today with this. I think this is a good one. I think a lot of people are going to relate to this, and a lot of people are going to be happy to know that their friends are on their bikes, living the dream still. You know.
Man, thanks for having us.
Hey, man. Thank you, Gene.
No problem.
Hey, man. Alex, thank you for being here, man. You made my day today.
It was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, that was a pleasure. I love talking bikes any day of the week.
Yeah, it's a sickness, isn't it? Hey, folks, do me a favor.
Maybe a little bit.
You know, a good sickness. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with this stuff. There'll be some other videos over here for you to check out over here. I'll have a link. You're probably already going to watch Alex's video because, like he said, I have one coming out today. But I'll put a link back to that one so you can watch it twice. And all kinds of good things like that. There'll be links to everybody's channel in the description. That's all I got, my friends. Thank you so much, everybody.
Don't forget, get out and ride.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said, don't forget, get out and ride.
Get out and ride. Yeah, exactly. Get out and ride. Exactly. But safely.
I got a tagline.
Yeah.
Safely.
Yeah,
exactly.
right. Yeah, right. And Tony, you got to get a tagline, dude, buddy. You got to get a tagline.
Thanks for dropping in, guys.
Thanks for dropping in. There it is.
That's pretty good.
I love it. All right. We're going to end the video on that. There's nothing else I can say that's going to make it any better than that. Bye-bye, everybody.